Hey guys, Adrian here for the Digital Dojos, and today I want to talk to you guys about standing desks. So recently I've converted to a standing desk, not permanently, as you can see, but more for a better part of my day. And I can show you that setup right now. So that's my current setup is the Macbook Air on the little stand, as you saw there, with a 23-inch, 24-inch ThinkMaster PX2370 Samsung monitor up top, and that's again what I'm standing at right now and how I use it. I literally am, from what you saw from the picture, I'm literally standing in front of that right now. The MacBook Air is on its own little monitor stand, and that allows me to reach the trackpad and keyboard at the same 90-degree angle you would be, when you're standing like this. You want to be perfectly 90-degree with your keyboard. Now, why am I converting to a standing desk, and what am I talking about? Well, I want to talk about it because it's more of a productivity tip for you guys out there, and I want your tips. What are your tips and all of that to... if any of you use standing desks out there or use a unique system of, desk, whether it's sitting or sitting on like an exercise ball, everybody has different setups and all that. And I actually have a setup rearrangement video coming up really soon. It's a time-lapse project I'm working on. And since it was the start of October, I really wanted to get more and fit and healthy in terms of, ergonomic-wise and alongside working out and running all of that, just at my desk, at my office. I work here, every other day. I do not have school every other day, just due to my schedule, and I don't know if I've talked about that on this channel, but essentially, I have a work day every other day. So I only go to I have A block, B block schedule at school, and I only go to the A day classes. So on my B days, I'm always working. I wake up at 7 like I would normally for school. I work until later into the day, at least 4 or 5 o'clock. And then I kind of settle things down and, relax and play games and all that after that. So a better part of my time is spent sitting at my desk in this chair right here, and right here in front of my iMac and Windows. Usually I'm right here, sitting down. You guys can't really see me, but, that's where a better part of my desk or day is spent. Over, nearly 10 hours plus of my day is spent sitting at that desk, which is unhealthy for you. You'd imagine, sitting all day is unhealthy for you. There's tons of studies out there that have talked about how sitting can actually reduce your life by a couple of years, just because of all the, due to muscle and pains and all that. It's just not good for you. Then again, standing all day isn't good for you either. It's not about necessarily standing all day, but standing for the majority part of your day and, kind of alternating and being able to stand for a good part of your day. My goal is just to stand from the morning until around late lunch and then kind of alternate, sit down and work down at the iMac. Of course, if there's stuff that requires me to work at the iMac, I have to sit down just because it's not a standing desk as of right now. So how do you convert to a standing desk? As you saw, my own desk was a do-it-yourself kind of just makeshift. I used a stand, I used a monitor stand, and I used a little shelving unit to boost my monitor to standing requirements. Now, what's a requirement for a standing desk? Well, as long as you follow the same rules as you are when you're sitting, you always want your monitor, the top of your monitor, eye level with you. You always want a 90-degree angle with your keyboard and your mouse. You don't want your keyboard and mouse to be too far apart. In this case, I'm using a trackpad, so it's easy. You don't want those to be too far apart, and again, you want those to be about 90 degrees. You don't want your wrist to be bending to type, and you don't want, necessarily, you don't want, the keyboard too low, because if your hands are too low to the ground to type, it's kind of uneven. You want it at a good, about, mid-height with your body of where you should be typing, so it feels more comfortable and more natural. Additionally, when you start out, it's going to be hard. I've been doing it for a couple of days now. And you want to sit, you have the natural responses that you want to sit. Your feet tend to get a little bit sore when you start out, but then you get more and more used to it as the days go on. I'm trying to start out more now when I check my emails in the morning, just to go straight standing rather than just sitting. And, with all the, with the iMac and all that, I play a podcast on the iMac, and I don't sit down, I just keep on standing and I go over to the MacBook Air. That way, I don't get in the habit of sitting in the morning and standing up. Standing up in the morning, and in general, using a standing desk has taught me a couple things. It makes me more active. I can get to stand around, I get to move around. I feel more, fit and just more productivity. I don't know whether it's because the blood is just flowing better and all of that, but I definitely do feel better. Additionally, you just kind of zone in on your work. I get in, I do what I need to do, and I don't know if it's just the mentality of just not sitting down and kind of, the ability to kind of just relax and all that, but when I'm standing, I get to what I need to do, just pump out work. Necessarily, again, that doesn't matter. You can probably be the same way, sitting down and do all of that, but just standing, again, gives you that whole, mindset, and, you just feel really, what do you call it? I guess, fit and into whatever you're doing. So, those are just my tips generally. I've read a lot of blogs. I've read a lot of followed a lot of people on the internet who have converted to a standing desk and have done it for long times, like years at a time. Now, obviously, if you don't have the makeshift abilities, you can always go right out and buy a mobile standing desk or just a standing desk in general. Great places like Geek Desks offer those. IKEA even offers those. And even Ergotron offers some of these awesome desks. So you can, buy a standing desk right out and really implement that into your whole setup. That way you're just, ready to go and you have a standing desk purchased. Additionally, they also sell really cool adjustable desks so that you can be standing at a good part of your time, and then when you want to sit, you can actually just pull down the monitor, pull down the stand, and then go back to sitting down. That's something I'm looking to invest into. Again, Geek Desk offer really awesome adjustable height desks so that you can adjust it and then use it as a standing desk, and then later part of the day, maybe you want to kick back, you want to game, whatever it may be, you can adjust it back down and sit down and, go as you please. So, really guys, my journey of being the standing desk, this is just the opening. I literally only started a couple days ago. I'm going to be writing a full blog post on my news site I'm releasing for my personal blog. Following up my tips, what I've learned, all that, how it's going. But I really feel interactive. I really feel just, better in the morning. And one of my things is I have really bad back posture when I sit. So I think this really helps me improve my posture and, just the way I stand up and my form overall. For you standing desk users out there, I would love to see your guys' standing desks setups, video response would be awesome, pictures even, or just links to pictures, and your tips. What do you guys do? What are your little tricks and stuff like that to start the day standing and keep on standing? Because that's the big part, to keep on standing throughout the day. Anyways, guys, I'm Adrian for the Digital Dojos. Hope you enjoyed this little vlog, and I will catch you all in the next video.